Eldon here, bringing more meaning to your life and your money. I wanted to share a little bit about some sobering statistics today. Just a few. There's many of them, but I think there's this myth that retirement is all fun, vacations. You're going to enjoy sitting on a beach, drinking or sipping a margarita, cruising the world, traveling, going and being active at the gym, having fun meeting up with your friends, enjoying all your hobbies. And some of that is true. There usually is kind of a vacation phase, is what we refer to it here as, after you retire. We find it usually lasts a year, maybe 2 years. But the reality is, and some of the statistics show the following. Since 1990, in 1990, 1 out of every 10 couples was divorced after 50. That's risen to now, it's 1 out of every 4. 40%, 4 out of every 10 retirees experiences depression or anxiety. Women tend to be more depressed in retirement than they're women their age that are working. Men are 2.5 times more likely to commit suicide than their working counterparts. Think about that for a minute. 2.5 more times likely to die by suicide. More depressed after retiring than in work. So why? What are the reasons? There's lots of guesses. You lose the structure of work. You lose the social circle. 1 in 3 retirees lives alone. Loneliness, I guess, is my understanding, is shown to be just as bad for you as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Being lonely. It's hard when you're older and people are starting to die and pass away to maintain your friendships. Anyway, things to think about. Retirement can be very meaningful and a great time and a good time in life, but there's a lot of stress. A lot of people are worried about their finances. 1 out of every 10 or 20, 2 out of every 10 people, 20%, I think. 1 out of every 5 is what it was. People ends up trying to go back to work or going back to work because they're forced to, or they miss the work, or they miss the social structure, or miss the people. So when you're considering retirement, I just think you need to really practice retirement. You need to take a 3-month vacation if you can. Not every job allows this, but if you can, and see if you like it. And if you just travel and play for those 3 months, that's not your real retirement because you can't do that. Well, you can try. But after a few years, doing that all the time gets old. So just something to consider. And I'm serious about this. It's a real issue. Something I try to talk with my clients about and warn people about when they go into retirement. I don't, at this point, think I'll ever really retire. I think I might cut back, work part-time, keep a limited amount of clients, stay engaged. I watched my father-in-law. He's upper 70s. He was meeting with tax clients yesterday. He's a retired tax attorney, but he still has some clients and family that he does work for. His family owns a farm, so he goes up there and works. They lease it out mostly, so it's not a ton of work, but there's work there. And he goes up and works. They're dismantling a building right now, and he's organizing and planning. He helped me yesterday install a TV into the concrete blocks. Thank God he was there because I didn't know what I was doing. He knew what he was doing. So anyway, I think there's real benefit to staying engaged, useful, and being aware that it's a very real issue when you go into retirement, that you lose a lot of your circle. And so having a replacement for that or a place to go to is so important. Okay, rant over, longer video. Take care. Have a meaningful life.